From the Tribune News Network, this is Newsbreak. I'm Krishna Russell. Democratic National Alliance leader Orinthia Komalafe was arrested today and detained at the Central Police Station, where she and members of the party were held for questioning over a protest on March 3rd. The group was released just after 3 p.m. today. Commissioner of Police Paul Roll has told the press that he does not take orders from any politician in response to assertions that the force was being used to carry out acts of political victimization. He stressed that groups wanting to exercise freedom of expression need to do so the right way. Pick up a copy of tomorrow's Tribune for more on this story. Bahamas Feeding Network Executive Director Philip Smith said he hopes the government will invest another $26 million in the National Food Distribution Task Force program so that the initiative could be extended to the end of September. He said this figure would allow them to serve 25,000 families, or 100,000 people, every 2 weeks between April 1 and September 30th. The task force, which was created by government last June, was established to render emergency food assistance to those most vulnerable during the coronavirus pandemic. The program was initially set to end in August of last year, but was extended several times to assist those still largely impacted by the pandemic. Police are investigating after a man was shot dead early on Monday morning. There are few details still, but according to reports, the man heard a knock at his door at around 5 a.m. As he attempted to open it, the door was pried open by his assailant, who then shot him in the head. Police were alerted to the incident and found the body. Emergency medical services pronounced him dead at the scene. COVID-19 cases in the country climbed to 8,909 after 70 new cases and 2 more virus-related deaths were recorded between Friday and Saturday, with Grand Bahama accounting for most new infections. The latest deceased victims are a 44-year-old man from New Providence who died on March 15th and a 55-year-old New Providence woman who died on March 17th, pushing the country's COVID-19 death toll to 188. 15 deaths still remain under investigation. According to data released by the Ministry of Health, there were also 167 infections confirmed last week, 16 on Sunday, 11 on Monday, 25 on Tuesday, 20 on Wednesday, 25 on Thursday, 45 on Friday, and 25 on Saturday. The week prior saw 120 new infections. Your complete news and information source, this is the Tribune News Network. In international news, AstraZeneca reported Monday that its COVID-19 vaccine provided strong protection among adults of all ages in a long-anticipated U.S. study, a finding that could help rebuild public confidence in the shot around the world and move it a step closer to clearance in the U.S. In the study of 30,000 people, the vaccine was 79% effective at preventing symptomatic cases of COVID-19, including in older adults. There were no severe illnesses or hospitalizations among vaccinated volunteers, compared with 5 such cases in participants who received dummy shots, a small number but consistent with findings from Britain and other countries that the vaccine protects against the worst of the disease. Britain plans to cut the size of its army and boost spending on drones, robots, and a new cyber force under defense plans announced by the government today. Defense Secretary Ben Wallace said the British Army would shrink from about 67,500 soldiers to 72,500 by 2025. He said the Army hadn't been at its strength of 82,500 for several years. The Tribune's AccuWeather update, a service of Bahamas Power and Light Company. A cold front extending from a low-pressure system north of the area will produce some unsettled weather before dissipating later today as the low continues to lift north of the islands. Beachgoers should exercise caution due to the risk of rip currents along north and east coast beaches. For the northwest and central Bahamas, it'll be variably cloudy and warm with a few scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms, mainly in the vicinity of the frontal boundary. Small craft should exercise caution due to swells. Gusty winds and higher seas can be expected in or near heavy showers or thunderstorms in all islands. Winds west-southwest to west-northwest at 10 knots or less, falling light and variable at times. Seas 3 feet or less but up to 7 feet and subsiding northeasterly swells. In the southeast Bahamas, it'll be partly sunny and warm with isolated showers, becoming partly cloudy and mild tonight. Winds east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, falling light and variable at times. Seas 2 to 4 feet but up to 6 feet in northeasterly swells. We'll have a daytime high temperature of 84 degrees and an overnight low temperature of 70. The sun will set this afternoon at 7:20 and will rise tomorrow morning at 7:10. That's Newsbreak. Details of the day's top stories in the Tribune newspaper, now on the streets. Or stay up to date online at Tribune242.com.